Since 1887, the Overseas Examinations Commission has been a standard bearer in the administering of assessments which would see takers moving to the next level. The Commission also provides attending services such as supervisors and invigilators, document certification, and digital papers. All these services were executed in a building that has stood the test of time. But as the days march on and the demand for OEC services increase, the time has come for a building that will meet the needs of 21st century learners.
The project is really about a rebirth of the organization. The architectural style you're talking about really, I think, refers to the old structure that is being replaced, and to some extent the existing head office, which is kind of the front part of the building. The old structure is going to be completely demolished, and it's going to be replaced with a 4 or 5 story structure that is going to be linked to the old building. Now, while there are going to be some functionality that perhaps looks the same, from an ergonomic perspective, it's not really so much about maintaining the architectural history of the entire complex. It's now about modernizing and actually improving on how the space is used. I believe construction should start sometime in around May, June, the latest, and it's slated to finish before the tail end of 2025. There's going to be, I think perhaps maybe a first in Jamaica, virtual reality and augmented reality lab, which really kind of enhances how the younger generation will be able to look at technology, to perhaps touch and feel it, not necessarily in a real way, but it gives more exposure in a digital world than they currently have access to. You're going to have more labs, there are going to be virtual classrooms, there's going to be actually a space reserved on the building for the CXC Secretariat. But it's really an expansion and modernization of the facilities and the spaces that are currently available for use. So it's about enhancing the existing operations and doing a lot more than is currently being done, with a major focus on digital transformation.
Most persons would know about Professor Neville Ying. He was board chairman for some 25 years. And since then we've had Mr. Brian Bennett Easy, and it was fortuitous that he became chairman when he did, because he's from I like to say he's from cyberspace. So he understands very clearly where we need to go in terms of where the world is going in terms of technology and communication and that sort of things. We have to have very secure facilities. We have to have our vaults, and we have to have cameras, and we have to make sure that papers do not get into the hands of persons in the public before the exams are written. So that's a huge responsibility, and I have to commend the staff of the OEC over the years, because they have to interact with these papers, and we have to rely heavily on their integrity to ensure that the papers are preserved, and that when the papers are opened on the day of the examination or the days of the examination, that nobody had previously seen these questions. So kudos to the staff over the years.
You know, in this digital age, you probably hear CXC talking about online testing. What that means is the way examinations are proctored in Jamaica, that has to change in a dramatic way. And overseas exam, being the institution that is charged with leading all of that, has to be prepared. And we have been preparing for the last 5 or 6 years to do this. As a matter of fact, in preparing for that change, we have donated, I think, somewhere in the region of 3,500 computers to high schools across Jamaica. And that investment is in excess of $400 million, and that is expected to continue.
After more than 135 years of service, the Overseas Examinations Commission remains true to its mission of providing educational services with integrity, reliability, innovation, and efficiency.